Crime 101 was a movie that just hit theaters this past Friday. The film is written and directed by Bart Layton, who's directed one of my favorite movies of the last 10 years, which was 2018's American Animals. This movie stars Chris Hemsworth as Davis, an elusive thief who gets away with all of these potential crimes without any violence involved. He threatens people with guns, but doesn't kill anyone or even injure people. He accomplishes everything without any violence, but he's looking for his final score as he tries to help out an disillusioned, in her opinion, insurance broker who is struggling to climb the ranks at her job, who is played in this movie by Halle Berry as Sharon. On to the case, though, trying to stop this elusive thief from doing more crimes is Lou, a cop played by Mark Ruffalo, and his partner, Tillman, played by Corey Hawkins. Monica Barbaro is also in the movie as a potential love interest for Davis, and Barry Keoghan is another person trying to stop this elusive thief, but for alternative reasons. The movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes long and is rated R. Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new review here at Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Dinenberg. If you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so notified when my videos hit the channel. I do all things movies, TV shows, box office, award show videos. I do movie franchise rankings. If you like any one of those things, this is the channel for you. Welcome to Max Talks Movies. Comment down below. What are your guys' thoughts on Crime 101? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you want to see Hemsworth in movies like this, or do you think he should stick to his usual stick? Let me know down in the comment section down below. And also, guys, please hit that thumbs up button. So I didn't have that great expectations. As I said earlier, I am a massive fan of American Animals, a movie that no one really talks about, but I was a huge, huge fan of back in 2018. So I like the filmmaker and the writer a lot. Obviously, this is a really strong ensemble. And as someone who lived in LA for over a decade, it's always cool to see movies like these take place in LA, this crime stuff in LA. So I think that this overall is a rock solid crime thriller. This movie is not reinventing the wheel. Not that it's a ripoff of other movies. A lot of people are calling this like a Heat ripoff, but not every police drama in or crime drama in LA is a ripoff of Heat. But this movie is not trying to reinvent the wheel. There are not these massive new inklings or elements to the story that's like mind blowing to the genre. It's trying to give you an edge of your seat, mysterious 2.5 hour movie as you're trying to dive into the crime. And really, the movie really is about is what is everyone's true motive involved. You have this, criminal in Davis, but he's not really the most violent person. As I said, he's committing these crimes and stealing things from even more villainous people, but he's not killing anyone. He's not even beating people up. He's getting away with everything and does his job very thoroughly without having to do violence. You have this cop who's kind of struggling in his life, this broker who really isn't being seen by her company after being there for 10 years. And you have this up and comer criminal with Barry Keoghan's character as well. And they each have their very own unique motive that applies to this movie. And I kind of liked being in this mysterious zone of what is everyone going to do in this particular situation? How are some characters going to work together? How are some characters going to turn on each other? And when it's time for a big face-off, how will things go down? And you kind of get those things built up very well. Again, LA is such a great place to do a crime thriller, and this movie uses LA to its full advantage. I think the cast is very strong here. Barry Keoghan was my favorite part of the movie because he knew the perfect amount of chaotic nature that his character needed for this movie. A lot of these characters you're very distant to for a particular reason because you're not supposed to know everyone's motive on what to do in the situation. But Keoghan, you know what his character is from the start, so he can be zany, over the top when he needs to be. And I thought he added more unpredictability that wasn't on the page for that character, certainly because it was Keoghan. Also, Halle Berry is really good in this movie. You understand and kind of are rooting for her character more than kind of anyone in this movie. Not that she's doing this amazing job that makes her this saint, but I think a lot of people can relate where you're stuck at a job for a very long time and you kind of see no growth. You feel like you're doing a really good job, but the people, your bosses, are not valuing you and making you rise up in the company. They're kind of keeping you where you are. She's, again, one of the more relatable, I guess, characters in the film, and she's quite good as well. The score is also tremendous for the movie, gives it a really good edge and vibe to it. I have two kind of big issues with the movie, though. The first one is Chris Hemsworth. I don't think Chris Hemsworth is a bad actor. I think he's actually quite a solid actor. But I do think he was miscast in this movie. And I totally understand that out of all the characters in the movie, he is the most mysterious. You really don't get anything on him for the majority of the film, on his backstory, why he does the things he does, anything like that. You're just kind of watching, observing him do these things. They try to give him this possible romantic relationship with Monica Barbro's character. That really didn't go anywhere. It felt like a giant waste in the movie because, again, it didn't really help us understand who this guy was. But I just think Hemsworth, he played the character distant. I felt like I couldn't connect to the character on the page and the story, and I couldn't connect to the actor and the performance as well. Not saying I needed a cartoonish, over the top performance. This character needed a lot more edge to him. And I thought like Davis as a character and the performance was kind of just like there. He exists. He's not a character that I found the most intriguing. He was one of the least interesting parts of the movie. And I just think Hemsworth was okay in the movie, but I think this movie needed a lot more charismatic, edgier, I guess, lead performance that just wasn't there from Chris Hemsworth. Another big problem for me for the movie is it really overstays its welcome. As I said, the movie is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. And it is just so long of a movie. Like it just has no business being that long. I know we complain sometimes about length in movie. I love if movies are warranted to be 2.5 hours. I'm not gonna sit here and complain about it. I can sit here and complain about movies that are hour 50 that could be an hour 30, things of that nature. This movie definitely does not need to be this long. It isn't as mind-blowing of a plot line to really stretch this out to the length it is. It easily could have been an hour 50 movie. They could have been like good 20 to 30 minutes. They could have, as I said, the romantic element, completely unnecessary, added in the movie. If they weren't going to do much with the cop dynamic between Ruffalo's character and Corey Hawkins' character, why add that into the movie as well? So there were definitely some subplots, and because there's so many characters, a lot just feel like unnecessary parts of the movie. So I still think this is a rock solid movie. I don't think it's great. I think it's a solid crime thriller that gets the job done. I liked it a lot more, but I still had a good enough time with Crime 101. I'm giving it 3.5 guys out of 5. I am going 67% for Crime 101. What are your thoughts on this movie, guys? Let me know down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys in another video very soon.